Right then, you lovely lot. This might turn out to be a complete disaster, but it's a lovely day. It's nice and sunny. And yeah, so I've been intrigued about the River Ribble. Those of you that watch the channel will have seen the various videos that we've done on crossing the Ribble Link, etc. So that whole kind of tidal river thing's really caught my imagination. Started to do a little bit of research and thought, actually, what does the river look like when it's at low tide, and what does it look like when the tide's coming in, and all that sort of good stuff. So I've got myself down towards the Preston Docklands area, so on the Preston side of the River Ribble, not on the Tarleton side, and I'm pretty close, and I know I'm pretty close because it smells like the sea. Right, I think that might be our, oh my word, this might be our entrance point. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see it, but through the trees, oh, you can see a silt and mud. Oh, look at it. Try not to slip. Do not slip. So I've brought the drone with me today as well, so hopefully we'll be able to get some good drone footage of all of this. Oh, wow. God, the smell of the sea so strong. Oh my word, look at that. Look at the banks. Look at all the silt and mud. God, it's incredible. So this way is back over towards Preston. In fact, actually, you can just see the dock there. So if you try and make the Ribble Link crossing from Tarleton up to Savick Brook, and you get to Savick Brook and it's closed, that's the bullnose where they'll send you. So to the right hand side, the River Ribble continues, and to the left hand side, it's into the Docklands area. That'd be cool to get the drone up on. My word, look at it. Wow. Where does the river come up to? So the tide, when you go out on the River Ribble, on the Ribble Link, so to do the crossing across the River Ribble and the River Douglas, you need a tide of about 8.6 to 9.6 metres. So that's a big old tide. The tide at the minute's about 2 metres. That's a 2 metre tide. So unless I'm being thick, how this works is that the water level should rise by 7 metres, but I mean, all of this here in front of me is wet. So the water level's certainly been here this morning. It's probably been here actually. This is all wet. And that pathway there in front of me is wet. And obviously we can see the river level. Does get pretty high, doesn't it? Oh my word. Right, I'm so excited to get the drone up now and have a look at this. This is fabulous. Look at the way the light's glistening off everything. Yeah, let's put a smile on my face, is that?
I threw out the picture from Brooklyn where we made out on the bridge, and I've driven 10 state lines, every night a different bed. Thought that Kentucky bourbon would stop the hurting, those Georgia peaches will make it easy. But everywhere I go, there you are. I guess you can't escape a broken heart. New towns, fresh faces, different bars. Still the same sun, moon, scars. Went out to Venice Beach, but had to leave when they started playing our song by Petty. That windy city just ain't as pretty without you making the memories with me. Yeah, those Vegas nights don't shine like your eyes, 3,000 miles and out of sight. But everywhere I go, there you are. I guess you can't escape a broken heart. New towns, fresh faces, different bars. Still the same sun, moon, scars. Maybe I can learn to leave you and me behind.
Mother Nature doesn't mess around, does she? She wants a tree moving, she moves a tree. The size of that thing. Oh dear. Oh, I think that's a sheep. Well, it's not anymore, is it? It was. Damn. Mind you, I suppose if your cattle end up in the river when there's a tide, that's the end of that, hey? Right, so I'm going to risk saying something that might be a bit stupid, but regular watchers of either or both of our channels will know we just tell it how it is. We don't try and gloss anything over. It looks to me like the tide's still going out. So on the other side of the river, you can see just on that edge, hopefully, the water's going out. Now I think that might just be wind. Maybe there's a bit of wind, but I don't know if this comes out. There's a patch of sort of stuff here. That gently looks as if it's going out towards the sea. Right, looks like I've said something stupid, because even those guys know. And the reason that's confusing me is that low tide was just, well, 2 hours ago. Basically low tide was 2 hours ago. So given that the sea's t'other way in front of me, then how come the water's flowing that way? Don't know what to expect, so I'm having an apple. In the meanwhile, it's starting to get rather warm. Excuse me, the sun, yeah, the sun's out and it's beating right on my face, so the fleece is off. Now, I did bring a book with me today, and I'm at risk of needing it, or at least breaking it out anyway. God, it's so sunny. It said something like, I read somewhere else that it was something like 3 to 4 miles an hour it goes. So how far am I away? Maybe 5 miles from it, something like that. So actually, yeah, so it could be another hour and a half or so, couldn't I? Maybe even 2 hours. Right, back to the book. The book, by the way, is a fail, I'm afraid. I thought, given it features the Stig, it might be about him driving and that sort of thing, but it's not some sort of fictional. Anyway, I picked it up in one of those charity free book. Oh, what are they? The old telephone boxes. Book exchange. They turn the old telephone boxes into book exchanges. So you go and grab a book or two and leave a book or two. Anyway, right. Let's look at the view instead, I think. Though it's not changing very much. Tick tock, tick tock. So I've just been having a little think about how I'm actually going to do this, assuming I see what I'm hoping to see. Because I've only got one pair of hands. So I've got the GoPro with me, so that's good, and I've got the drone, which could be super cool, seeing the tide rising. So I think what I'm going to do is find a perch for the GoPro. I can do that ahead of time, somewhere where hopefully I can just set it going and leave it running, and then I'll fly the drone live, because obviously I don't want to lose that in the water. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Just need to find somewhere for the GoPro to go where it'll be safe. Right, so I just found this thing on my travels, so I'm thinking, I mean, it looks pretty big, but if I can move that closer to the water's edge, I don't know, put it around this bank or something, then it should get a little bit of height on the camera as well. So that's my current working plan. There we go, what do we think? I'll put the camera on there, what are we gonna... Yeah, should look pretty good. Right, just while we wait for the water, just a point, I'm using one of these today. An SR3D microphone made by a company called Audio with something, I'll post up. And if you're into your field, I don't know, videography, photography, whatever it might be, in sound quality, that sort of thing, these are absolutely amazing. So I'm not an audiophile, I can't give you any technical detail. All I know is I plug this thing in when we're doing sort of more static shots, to be honest, for us, and the sound quality is exceptional. So just while I've been sitting around waiting, just been listening to the birds and thought, right, just record some sounds. But if you put some they're binaural microphones, And if you put some headphones on with this thing, yeah, the 3D sort of effect, binaural effect, is absolutely astonishing. So there you go. Right, 2 hours to high tide. Nothing doing. Yeah, I should also say that it's 3 hours after low tide. So, and it doesn't really look any different to when I got here. So, yeah, don't know what's going on. So by way of what I was saying about it looking like the tide is still going out rather than in, there's a bottle there, I don't know if you can see it. It's definitely going from left to right. Right, I've now taken to counting pylons, so we'll see how many you think you can spot. What do you think? I think I'm going mad.